Hello everyone, this is Ario203 ITA, as many of you know me, although you can just call me Ario. Yes, it's Ario, not Ario, lol. Either way, that's not important. I'm the coder of LA Studios, a modding team that works on Jurassic World Evolution 2 and used to work on Jurassic World Evolution 1 mods. You may know us for mods such as the Megalodon new species, which here you can see a teaser for the remodel of the animal, which will be included in the next version of the mod, in the next update. You may also know us for Milagaia, for Concavenator in Jurassic World Evolution 1, for Seismosaurus, Albertoceratops, and others. Either way, today I'll be showing you three things. First of all, how to install Cobra Tools, which is like fundamental. Second of all, how to install ACSE, and third of all, how to make a new species mod, which is probably the reason why you clicked on this video, let's be honest. Okay, we will begin installing Cobra Tools, which is fundamental if you want to do anything in this game. So, what you'll want to do now is install Python. Python is a programming language, and the latest version of the tools need at least version 3.7, but I'd suggest using version 3.7.9. Why? I don't know. It's just the one I use and it works perfectly, so I just suggest using that, I guess. So we're just gonna Google it, Python 3.7.9 downloads. Now, we're gonna open here. Now, what you'll be wanting to click is this one here, Windows x86 64 bits executable installer. Now I already have it downloaded, so my installer will look a little bit different. For example, if I open it, it says modify, repair, or uninstall because I already have it installed. When you're gonna open it, you will see a big fat option saying install, and down here you will see two squares. You must, it's imperative, you must, in order to be successful at modding the game, click add to path. It's fundamental. It's basically step one of modding. You need to click add to path. Once you clicked it, you're gonna click install, wait for it to install, and then close. Yes, I want to cancel. Now, what you're gonna be needing for Cobra Tools to work is some add-ons that you're gonna be wanting to install on Python. Now, follow my steps. Go into the Windows search bar, type cmd, and hit enter. Now, in here, you'll be wanting to paste these three commands I'll be putting in the description. These three commands, the first one will upgrade your pip, which is basically an add-on which manages the various other add-ons. It's an add-on for the add-ons, at least as far as I know. I'm not a Python expert. I'm going out of physical personal experience. So you're gonna be wanting to type this. Now it's gonna say to me that the requirement is already met because I already have it on the latest version. So yeah, it's gonna be saying something different for you. Just give it the time to process and it'll do it. Once you've done this, you're gonna be wanting to paste this command here. This command here tells pip to install these two add-ons, PyQt5, or how you pronounce it, I have no idea, and imageio. Now, imageio, you'll be also wanting to update it because the latest updates of Cobra Tools now need a newer version of it, so you'll be wanting to use this line of code as well. You'll be pasting it here, Control V, and you're good to go. Once this is done, you're gonna be closing the CMD, and now we need some two last requirements in order to make Cobra Tools work. So you're gonna be wanting to type now in the Google search bar, very simply, Cobra Tools. Thank you, Google autocomplete. Now you click on the first result, you scroll down, and you'll see here an installation thingy. Now I'm gonna be wanting to click these links. They are technically the same link, so it's not really, it doesn't really change much. Now in this tutorial I'm also gonna be showing you, because I know there are a lot of less experienced people that will probably watch this tutorial. In order to open a link in another page of Google, or I mean Chrome, sorry, you'll be wanting to click with the mouse wheel on the link. So let's say I want to open, I don't know, Google Translator. I'm gonna be clicking the mouse wheel, and there we go. Now, here you'll be wanting to download for version 2.15, 2.17, 2.19, and 2022, which is basically the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, x64 installer. Let me check. You can check here very quickly. You need the x64 64 bits. So you'll be clicking this, opening the executable installer, and install. Once you've done that, you're gonna be checking here now. Redistributable, if I could spell. 2013, 86 bits. You're gonna go down here and download this one. And there's a storm out there. Well, that's cool. Yeah, you'll be installing this, and now you're good to go. Once you've installed all these things I've told you to install, you're gonna be wanting to click on code here and download zip. You're gonna be wanting to wait 1 second. Okay. Then you'll drag and drop this on your desktop. I don't need to because I already have Cobra Tools installed. You open this. Hello. Now, I had a little bit of an issue which I had to, because basically my Windows is stupid and it deleted a path in the environment variables, and at some point I will have to fix it, but it's not something that should concern you because it should work perfectly for you. So you'll be wanting to click this file here, but I'm gonna click this one here for different reasons, so don't mind this. And this is Cobra Tools. You can change here the game you'll be working on and do some stuff. Now, I'll show you next how to install ACSE. Okay, so now we will install ACSE, a fundamental mod which is needed to make and support a ton of other types of mods, not only new species mods, but a ton of other mods as well. Now, to find the download, you're gonna open your browser of choice. You're gonna be typing nexusmods.com. Now here you will select games, Joystick Revolution 2, then type ACSE and click the Joystick Evolution 2 one, because there's also a Planet Zoo one, but of course you don't want that. Now you'll go into Files, Latest Version, Slow Download, and here you have it. Now you need to find your OVL data folder, which is where the majority of Joystick Revolution 2's content is, and where you'll have to drop this folder here. So now, to find it, for the Epic Games version, I don't remember the path. Just go on your PC and type Joystick Evolution 2 in the search bar, and at some point it will find it. For Steam, type Steam, open it, go into the library, check out my library. Oh yeah, pretty based, I know, right? Click the cog, manage, and browse local files. This will bring you here. You'll click on Windows 64, OVL data, and here is your OVL data folder. Now, I also have a shortcut here, but I just wanted to show you how to get here in the first place. You can see I already have some stuff installed, for example some Kyodenic mods, because Kyodenic is based. He makes some of the best mods out there. You can also see here I've already made 3 functional new species right here that are already there. Now you'll also see ACSE debug and custom commands. These two folders you will find in the description of this video, and they are needed because they will make your life a little bit easier when we'll get to the main.ovl. I will explain everything there, don't worry, just keep in mind you have to install these as well. So you're gonna take your zip or rar file. You're gonna be dragging and dropping ACSE here. There we go, it's installed. Now, in case you don't have Windows WinRAR, because I remember a lot of people don't have WinRAR for some reason, just type WinRAR on internet and download it. There isn't much to say, and download it. Okay, it's basically an alternative version of the zip file, basically. So, the next section we'll be talking about new species, the introduction. Okay, now onto the new species part of the video. This is gonna take a long while, by the way, so yeah, prepare. Now I wanna give a little bit of a speech before starting the new species process. I made for you guys, you will find it in the description, an extremely simplified folder, basically a new species kit, if you want to call it that way. Basically, it's a generic, non-functional. If you pop it into your game, it won't work, and maybe it will crash it. You have to develop it. Non-functional, generic new species. This folder, named Your New Species Mod, has every dinosaur file, so that you can choose the one you want. And some parts are completely generic. I also included the prefabs export, which I'll explain in a second what it is and why it's needed. And basically this will make your life a whole bunch easier, because you won't have to fetch for the files everywhere, modify them. It's all ready, at least most of it, it's ready to be used. You just have to change a couple of names, basically. I think I made your life like 6 times easier. Like, I wish I had this stuff ready for me when I got into fixing new species a week ago. Yeah, because by the way, we fixed the new species just a couple of weeks ago. Just saying, it took like 8 months or something. Well, funny. Either way, yeah, I hope this can help you guys. You will have to develop this kit following this tutorial, so I thought of making it because this way it would be easier for you to comprehend and to learn the process. Now, I also want to say that this process is not for everyone, and I say it's not for everyone because you actually need some elasticity, some brains, some logic to be able to make it in the long run, because now I'm going to explain how to make a land new species. I'm not going to explain how to make a pterosaur new species or a marine reptile new species. So stuff like that, or new cosmetics, or animals that have unique features, you're gonna have to figure out how to make them work on yourself, by yourself. Because I'm not going to explain everything, guys. Come on, I'm not going to explain everything. So, and also in the future, the game will update. Some stuff may be changed. You'll have to update your mods, and you're gonna have to figure it out by yourself. So keep this in mind. If you are, like, for example, too young, I wouldn't suggest doing this, because there's a very high chance it won't be successful. I can count on the fingers on one hand the amount of, I don't know, 12-year-olds that made work in new species. So please consider your age before starting this process, instead of then complaining it doesn't work and refusing to be helped. totally not talking out of personal experience now. Either way, now onto the how to make a new species section. Okay, now onto the actual part of the tutorial which most of you is interested in, which is making the new species. Now, introduction to new species. Basically, you are making a folder that imitates a DLC. The game thinks your mod is a DLC and loads it, basically. Your mod is divided into different sections. We have the dinosaur sections, where there are the files of the various animals, localized with the various descriptions, titles, and texts. UI, which is icons. Initialization, or init, not OVL. It's basically, it makes the game load some important files of the mod. Main.ovl is the core of the mod, the heart of the mod, with the most content. And manifest is basically the hello of the game. Basically, it tells the game, hey, load my friends, basically. The OVL files are simply archives. They contain many files in the inside. Now, you're gonna be needing some programs in order to make a new species mod, which I will link in the description. So in the description you'll find the links to these here. I forgot one because I'm smart. Notepad++. So you're gonna be needing, for example, Notepad++, just download the latest version. Then you're gonna be needing this software here, a hex editor, link in the description. Scroll down, and here download the latest version. Oh no, wait, the latest version is here, 2.55. Then you're gonna be wanting to download also SQLite Studio, which is a database editor. You'll see it later on. So open the link in the description, scroll down to version 3.2.1, which is the version that I suggest using. Doesn't really matter which version you use, but I suggest using this one. Click on Assets, so this pop-up opens, and download the exe. It's gonna download an installer, which then you can install. Now, the install process of the hex editor, now that I think about it, is different, because basically what you want to do is download your file, and then it will basically be a zip file. Like, let me re-download it. It's a zip. So you will want to create on your desktop, I already have it, a folder, and drag and drop everything inside. That's the installation process for this program here. Now, once this is done, we will actually start the process. Just give me a second, because I need to get some water, because staying hydrated is very important during the summer. Okay, here we go. I forgot to say, this is a pretty lengthy process, even if it's heavily simplified, and even if it's heavily simplified, it still takes a lot of concentration. So if you have focus problems, consider taking some breaks, okay? Okay, now, we'll create text document. Doesn't matter the name, I'm gonna call it info, because I like when things make sense. We're gonna open it, and here we will write our references, our quick copy-paste things, if you know what I mean. Now, we are gonna now decide a name for the mod. What I'm doing here in this tutorial, I am making a irritator new species, because we have just ported as a replacement for now the irritator from our Joystick Evolution 1, and now I'll be making it a new species in front of your very eyes. So yeah, because of that, I'm gonna be calling it LAS05 irritator, because this is the template we use for our mods. LAS for LA Studios always at the start, 05 because it's the 5th I'm making, and irritator because duh. Then we'll copy this and paste it, because we need also a lowercase version. That's because multiple times you're gonna be needing a lowercase version, and this way it's just quicker, because I can just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V it. It's quicker. Now, talking about Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, we're gonna be needing to Ctrl-C this. I'm also gonna save the file. You can also hit Control S to save it, by the way. So we're gonna close the file because otherwise Windows is not gonna let me rename the folder, and we're gonna rename the folder with Control V, our new folder name. Here it goes. So let's reopen it. Let's reopen info. Now, what we're gonna start doing is the manifest XML. So, right click, edit with Notepad++. Here you will paste, thank you, your new folder name. You're gonna paste it there. And now we'll need a unique ID for this thing. Now what I suggest using is opening your browser of choice and typing UUID generator online. Open the first result. You'll want to hit this button here. Yes, very cool. I'm gonna click a couple of times just for fun. Then copy it, close Chrome or your browser of choice, and simply paste it. There we go. And then you save. Very easy. Manifest XML, the easiest file in the game. Now, what we are going to do is start with the initialization.ovl or init.ovl. So let me open my nope, not this, nope, not this, I'm stupid, my Cobra Tools here. Tag. I'm gonna copy the path, and then I already had it open. Lol. You're gonna tap here and Control V. This way you can skip forward to where you want to select your file. So click here, copy path. Click here, paste path. As simple as that. I'm gonna open the init. Now, what we are going to do is type here your new species mod. Let me check if I typed it correctly, because today I can't type. I'm very tired. I barely had any sleep, so that's cool. And then you're gonna paste here the lowercase version of our folder name. Just hold on, some messages. Okay. We're gonna paste here the lowercase version of our folder name, and then we're gonna you're gonna either hit edit rename, or you could also click Control R. Simple as that. You can see that we have our name instead of the name that was before. Now we still have this file here called species code name. Now, what is the species code name? It's basically the name of your dino, which you are going to call your dino inside the files. This is not the name you will see in the hatchery. It's just the name your game will use to work, basically. Now, there's a catch. It needs to be the same character length as the animal you've based your mod on. So I don't actually remember what animal this irritator is based on, so give me 1 second. Okay, so apparently it's based on baryonyx. So it means that we will have to use a trick later on in the tutorial. I will explain when we get there. Now, we have to write down our original species name, which is baryonyx right here, and count the characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters long. This means that our new code name must be the same length. So let's write irritator normally, and let's count the letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's one extra letter, which means that we have to cut the last letter. Now let's check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Now we're gonna write a lowercase version as well. Now we're gonna be copying this here, and species code name, I'm gonna write it very quick here. Can I? Sorry, can I? Thank you. Species code name. We're gonna click Control R again, and here we go. Irritato, irritato. Which, well, never mind. So we have LAS05 irritator here, irritator dinosaurs, irritator expeditions, irritator.lua, and irritato.asset package. Now we save this over our existing init. We're gonna check the time, so yeah, it was just updated, that's nice. Now we're gonna open another file and reopen this one because we have changed it. Now we have to extract these files in a new folder, which we will call init. Sorry for the interruption, I got interrupted. So as I was saying, what we're going to do now is open the init folder, and we're gonna hit Ctrl+A to select everything, and we're gonna drag and drop them into this folder. Now we're gonna select the first three. In order to select multiple files, you click on the first file and then shift click on the last one. Right click, edit with Notepad++. Now the LAS05 irritator icons package. This file tells the game where to find the icons, basically. Now, you're gonna select this word here and hit Ctrl+H. This will bring up this pop-up. Now, we are gonna place here the name of our folder, Ctrl+V, and hit Replace in all open documents. This is gonna replace it in all the files. Okay, so this looks alright. We can save this one and close it. Then we have the irritator.asset package. This file tells the game where to find the animal.ovl, the irritator. We're gonna rename it, or irritato.ovl. That file contains the model, the textures, the animations, and so on. So we're gonna select it, hit Ctrl+H, so it appears here. Our trusty info thingy. So let's save it. We're gonna copy this one and paste it here and replace in all open documents. Also, hold on. Be sure to not have any of these three selected. Be sure to only have wrap around selected. This is very important. Only wrap around. These three must not be selected. So replacing all open documents and OK. Only two. So looks good to me. And okay, this file here, the folder name.lua, basically tells the game what FDBs, which are databases, we will get there in 1 second, like literally, which of them to load. We only have 4 in our mod, so it's gonna load 4. So we save this because it looks alright. I'm gonna close it and close Notepad++. Now we're gonna open the first database here with SQLite Studio. Now this is an ownership FDB. Basically the game checks this to see if you own the game. Spoiler, I already set this to base game, so yes, you own the, I mean not the game, the mod. So since I already changed that to base game, even in your versions, which you will download from my description, it's gonna see the mod as base game and load it. So don't worry about that, it's already done for you. Now, species ID. Species ID is a unique number which will basically, you know, like in Minecraft, every block has its own ID, right? It's the same thing here. Every animal has its own ID, basically. Now we're gonna select an ID for irritator. So let's say 7851. Why not? Now, if any of you watching this video will use the same species ID that I'm using here, our two mods will not be compatible. So if you were to download our irritator in the future, the game will crash because you use the same ID. So always use different IDs. It's very important. It must be unique. So you double click, Control V, and then to save. Now databases are quite peculiar because to save you hit this button here, which is called commit. You tap it and it's saved. You can close it. Now we go into the expeditions ownership. We tap here, we click data. We can see here. Now here we must place the species code name, which is irritator. Control V and OK. And then we close it. So we are done with the init. What we're going to do now is close our tools. Now open another iteration of the tools. Click here, copy the path. Also, feel free to slow down the video or to go back a few seconds if you miss a step. Now, click, this is very important, click Joystick Core Evolution to here, because otherwise it's not gonna accept some files, it's gonna behave weirdly. So choose Joystick Evolution to here. But there's no need normally, but when you are doing this thing that we are doing right now, it's important. So File, New, we paste the path here, select folder. Yeah, I know my Windows is in Italian, don't mind about that. This says select folder, don't worry. And it's loaded our custom init. File, save as init. Yes. We check, and init, yes, it was just created. So init is done. That's good. And next, we are gonna do the main OVL. This is gonna take quite a bit of time, so brace yourself. Okay, so now close the OVL tool, because after you create a new OVL, it starts working weirdly, so just close it and reopen it, pretty much. Now we're gonna open the main OVL. We're gonna create a new folder called main. Let's open it. Now, inside here, we're gonna type your new species mod. You know what, I'm just gonna copy this because it's getting annoying having to type it every single time. Your new species mod ch, an extra ch. Okay, remove it. I'm gonna replace it with LAS05 irritator. Ctrl V, Ctrl R. Then we're gonna type here species code name. Copy this, paste here, copy the lowercase version here, paste here. Now, yes, you hit Ctrl R. Yes, let's check. Irritator dinosaurs, expeditions. You're gonna check if the words are still complete. So, irritator engine, irritator Lua, irritator prefab, irritator tech, irritato, irritato. Okay, it looks alright. So, save as, and you're gonna overwrite. No, that's not what I wanted to do. You're gonna overwrite your old main. So the main, yeah, it's just been created. Now you're gonna close and reopen it, and it main. Now we're gonna go Control A to select everything. We're gonna open the folder we created and drag and drop inside here. There we go. Let's order per type. Now select all these and do right click, edit with Notepad++. Okay, now this is gonna take some time. Okay. Let's check here. Okay, this file is already fine by itself. That's nice. Oh, by the way, some of these files were made by Inaki or ilodev, same person. He really helped us a lot. Like he was fundamental, and basically 99% of the merit of new species working again goes to him, so please show him appreciation, because he has done a lot of work to help us with new species. So yeah, now we're gonna close this one, and we jumped into this user interface icon data. Now the user interface icon data tell the game where to find the single icon files. So for example, the dinosaur's large species code name is the image in the InGen database, like the big dinosaur image you see in the InGen database. This file is telling the game that that image is found inside this OVL. So what we're gonna do is select species code name, hit Control H, change it with irritato, replace in all open documents, OK. Same goes for your new species mod, Control H, I'm gonna replace it with LAS05 irritator, replace in all open documents, OK. Now, let's check, dinosaurs large irritator, icons package, OK, looks good, save, close. Dinosaur small irritator, okay, looks good, save, close. MF button, this is the small one we just closed is for the hatchery, while this one, the MV button irritator, is for the species viewer. So also this one, save, close. Now, InGen database data, this one basically tells the game the structure of the database page. You don't have to touch anything here, it's already as it should be, also because we replaced the stuff, so it's good. Everything is already done, guys, it's already done. Now, the Lua database, this also is already set up for you. You just had to change the names, which you just did, so that's done as well. Now, the prefab data will do last. So go into the text tree data, check, it looks good, you can save and close it. And the irritator.lua looks good, you can save and close it. This is audio from the future. I am re-recording this segment of the tutorial, the prefabdata.lua, because I didn't like how I explained it in the original recording, so I am re-explaining it now better. So, prefabs. What are prefabs? Prefabs are strings of Lua code that configure the various assets of the game. For example, models, the dinosaurs in general, the bones of the skeleton of the animals, the animations, the skins, buildings, the helicopter, the guests, basically every asset is configured here and given a structure to. You may notice that up here I have two files. The normal LAS05 irritator prefab data, which was the one I was working on before this sudden interruption, and this goofy prefab data. That's because baryonyx, the animal irritator is based on, is peculiar and works differently from the other animals. And I will explain you in which sense in a second. So I created a second prefab data just to show you the process with a normal animal. First things first, you will need to open. Now, don't be scared about these extra folders you see here. You will create these later on in the tutorial, don't worry. I am recording this after I completed the tutorial originally, so they are already here. You will want to open the JWE2 underscore prefabs underscore export.lua. This file here is 2 million lines long. It's pretty big, and it contains every single prefab from the game. Now, normal animals, such as Ceratosaurus, which we will use right now as an example, have 3 prefabs that they use and that you will need to include in your file. They use the animal name underscore 01, and the footprints. Let me show you what they look like. If we do search, find, and we look for Ceratosaurus, maybe with a capitalized C, we can do find next. It will take a while to find files because this is huge. Okay, the first file that is found is the dino footprint file. What is this? Basically, this prefab here codes the footprints on the ground for the animal. What you will need to do is copy this, Control C, delete this comment, it's useless. You can also keep it, but I don't see why, and paste it here. Now, what you will need to do is make sure that all the capitalized letters here are the same that they are here. So for example, you can see here it's dino footprint theropods. You can see that the capitalized letters are on dino, on footprint, and on the specification. So you will need to make uppercase this C, make uppercase this F, and make uppercase this D. Now it's correct. So be careful with the uppercase letters, and be sure that they resemble this pattern here. Dino is capitalized, footprint is capitalized, and the name of your animal is capitalized. Then we will add a bunch of spaces, and they need to be in order. So be careful and place them in the same order I am placing them, okay? So you will go here. Also make sure that this is not selected in selection, because otherwise it's gonna find what you typed here only in the segment you selected. It's honestly not useless, but useless in this context, so just unselected and you're gonna make your life easier. Type find next, click on find next. Okay, it has found for us the animal underscore 01. This prefab here is the minor one. I like to call them the major one, the minor one, and the dino footprints one, or the bigger one, the smaller one, and the dino footprints one. So let's call this the smaller one, maybe it sounds better. So we copy this, we go inside here, and we paste it here. Now be careful that the first letter here is capitalized. Make sure that this letter here is capitalized. Now you will add a bunch of never mind. You will add a bunch of spaces again. Now we will go back here and click find next one more time. Now it has found the big one. You will select it and make sure you select it all. Basically, you will know that this prefab has ended when you find a bracket like this that is touching the wall. So we will select it and scroll down till we see the next bracket that touches the wall. They are pretty big, as you can see. Okay. I told you it's the big one. Almost. There it is. Control C. Let's check that we have selected the whole thing. It appears that we have. Very good. We go here and we paste it. Now, as I told you for the other two, make sure that this letter is capitalized. Now, next step is going to the bottom and deleting this comma here. Just delete that, because the Lua programming language wants that the last inside bracket, if you know what I mean, doesn't have a comma at the end. So just do as I did and delete this comma here and you'll be golden. Now, next step is selecting your species name, do Control H and replace it. I have already prepared some silly names for this example. There we go. We can do replace all. There we go. We can also check if it has really replaced all by going in find and trying to find Ceratosaurus. Count 0 matches, so it's completely gone. Now what you will need to do is going to the start of the file and replace your new species mod. So Control H, so it's written here, and replace it with our folder name, which in this case is Goofy. We go here, replace all. It has done it 2 times. No, 4, sorry, 4. So there are more at the bottom. Now that you have firstly copy pasted here, secondly deleted the comma at the end, thirdly replaced the species code name, and you have replaced the folder name, what you are going to do is go to the bottom again, and now this is perhaps the most important step because it's very easy to forget to do it. Now basically the new species prefabs were a pain in the ass to fix when we were working on them, and one of the things that we noticed is that you need to change part of the code every single time. So what you will need to do is select this code here. Basically you will want to select from the S to this comma, from the S to this comma. Do Control C. Now you will do search and replace. You will type status icon capitalized like this. Oh wait, this is replace, sorry. You're gonna go in find, sorry, not replace, in find. So find status icon and click on find next. Now you will replace this piece of code here with what you have just copied. So just select it and do Ctrl V. Okay, I'm just gonna add some. You can tap tab to add some spaces just for beauty, because otherwise it's ugly. I don't know. I'm a special boy. So it should look like this. Status icon with incomplete components, transform, dinosaur status icon, component sources, then close bracket, and comma. It should look like this. Now your prefab is done. Your prefab is complete. I would suggest you checking one more time, because you never know if you have replaced every species code name, if you have replaced every folder name, if you have checked every capitalized letter. Don't worry, the capitalized letter problems are only in the titles, not in the insides. Don't worry. And make sure that you have removed the comma here, and make sure that you have replaced the status icon original code with the new code that I provided you down here. You can delete this, or you can just keep it. It doesn't matter because it's in comment. The fact that it has these 4 symbols at the start and at the bottom means that it doesn't affect the code. It's cosmetic, basically. You can write whatever here. You can also write I like pizza, and the game wouldn't care. Now I will show you how to deal with animals like baryonyx. What do I mean by animals like baryonyx? I mean animals that in their dinosaurs folder have more than one. Normally, for example, Ceratosaurus, I will show you with concavenator. Normally you have only one folder. If your animal has more than one, and with your animal I mean the animal you are basing it on, so let's say you are making a Giraffe Titan based on Brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus, you will check if it has multiple folders. Spoiler, it does. So if your base animal has multiple folders, then you will need to approach the situation as I will tell you right now. Basically, I'm gonna delete the first line here because it's useless. Basically, we will go back inside the prefabs export. What we will do is type your species name, for example, baryonyx. Now, if I remember correctly, animals that have multiple folders in the dinosaur section are Ankylosaurus, Brachiosaurus, T-Rex, Velociraptor, Baryonyx, Dreadnoughtus, I think, Triceratops, I think. You will need to check, but for sure these ones I know for a fact they have multiple folders and they need to be approached this way. So, let's search Baryonyx. Let's search it from the start, maybe it would be wise. So let's go to the start and let's make it find the next. Okay, so it has found this file here, I mean this prefab here, called Baryonyx Cinematic. This tells me that Baryonyx in the game has a special camera animation when you release it. And if I think about it, that's true. If you release Baryonyx in your game, it has a unique angle in the camera. So it appears we need this prefab. So we will copy it. Oh, by the way, as always, follow my order as I put them in our file. So we will copy this and we will drop it inside our folder, while also making sure that the capitalized letters are done correctly. So we will change the lowercase b with an higher case b, and the lowercase c with an uppercase c. So it becomes like this. Now, we will go back here and we will do find next. Oh, it has found us the main prefab, the big prefab. So we will select this. It's pretty big. It's gonna take a second. Okay. Control C. Let's check if we have selected it all. Like if we haven't selected other prefabs by accident. Nope, it appears we have only selected what we need. So we will plop it inside here. There we go. Check the capitalized letter at the start. Okay, we'll change it. There we go. Now I'm a check if it's recording. Okay, thank God. So back in here, find next. Baryonyx JWE. Now, animals that have multiple folders, I noticed that they tend to have this JWE instead of _01. So basically, this is the small prefab of Baryonyx. For Ceratosaurus, we saw it was written, I'm gonna type it here, it was written Ceratosaurus _01. For Baryonyx, it's written with the JWE. Why? I don't know. Frontier decided that's the case. I'm not Frontier. I have no idea. Anyway, you're gonna select this and you will drop it right after our main prefab, our big prefab. I know, major, main, big, call it what you want, the long one. So we're gonna drop it here before the cinematic and after the big one. There we go. As always, check the capitalized letters. For example, B must be capitalized, just like JWE must be capitalized. And now we only miss one, I'm pretty sure, but you can always check, which we will drop after the cinematic, which is, guess, it's the Dino Footprints one. It's the Dino Footprints one. if it loaded. Sorry, but it's a pretty big file. It takes a second. Did I even click it? Oi, bro. Oh, because lol. I didn't notice. I didn't have baryonyx typed in here. My bad. My bad. Okay. Okay. There we go. Dyno footprint baryonyx. So we copy this. Control C. We go inside here and we paste it. Remove the comma at the end, as I told you before, and let's fix the capitalized letters. Okay. Now we will check if there are any other prefabs. It appears that there are others, but they are the Camp Cretaceous skins, and we are not working with the Camp Cretaceous skins, so we can just ignore them. We will check if that's all that's here. And yes, it appears that's the last one. So we have taken every single prefab for baryonyx, and we have put it in the following order: the long one, then the short one, which in this case is called JWE instead of _01 for whatever reason, then the cinematic release basically, and then the dyno footprint. Now what we will do is, first of all, go inside the wherever it is, I already lost it. We will go here with baryonyx JWE, and just because I have OCD, well, I don't, but it's funny saying it apparently, we will replace it with, yes, irritator, but not irritator JWE. We will replace it with irritator _01. Why? Just for fun. So instead of baryonyx JWE, I personally choose to change it to irritator _01. If you want, you can keep it as your species name, like let's say irritator JWE, but it's personal decision. So yeah, and we do replace all 7 times. Okay, I trust you. Now you will remove the JWE piece. So remove the JWE piece and remove the _01 from here. Alexa, stop. Sorry, an Alexa alarm, lol. So you will do now replace all with just baryonyx here. All 22 occurrences were replaced in the entire file, and you can see that now everything is either irritator or irritator _01. Basically, I have just normalized it. Instead of being the weird choice Frontier made of having the baryonyx JWE, now it follows the same rules as the other animals with the _01. It was my personal decision, and you can not do it if you want. Now, we'll go to the top, select your new species mod, Control H, and replace it with our folder name, LAS05 irritator. Replace all 4 times. Very good. Now, we will go to the bottom. We will select the status icon code, Control C, remember from the S to the comma. We will do Control H, type, you will type here, as I said, status icon, sorry, in find, not in replace. I always do Control H, which opens replace, because I'm stupid, but you have to click on find. Sorry, my bad. So you click on find, find next, status icon, you select this code here, Control V, and Control check that everything is as it should be. It looks like it is. There's the comma here, there's the comma here. Yeah, it looks as it should be. So, in theory, everything is right. Let's check the various capitalized letters. We have removed the comma here. capitalized correctly, capitalized correctly. We have changed the O1, I mean the JWE into O1. Then we have changed at the start. Let's check. Yes, we have changed as well. So this is done as well. So I have just showed you what to do in two cases. In the case where your animals has only 3 prefabs, and in the case in which your animal has multiple prefabs, like more than 3. For example, Irritator had 4, one of which having a weird name. Now, I'm gonna have to remind you something very important. Later on in the tutorial, which is like in the next scene, when we will do the FDBs, keep in mind that in the FDBs at some point, I will say it, don't worry, I will remind you, you will have to use, if I could find it, you will have to use this name here. So you will have to use the name of your short prefab. So whatever your short prefab is called as, it could be called, I don't know, your species code name underscore Bob, doesn't matter. Well, not really, because it should stay within 3 characters. Oh yeah, yeah. It must stay within 3 characters, because if it's JWE, it's 3 characters, J, W, and E. Therefore, you can replace it with only 3 characters. Remember the same number of characters rule. It still applies. Remember that. It still applies. So yeah, whatever this prefab is called, you will need to drop this name inside the FDBs when I tell you to. I will tell you. Don't worry. I will remind you when it's the case, when it's the moment. So I guess I will let old me talk again and proceed with the tutorial, and bye. Save and close. So the prefabs are done. And now it's gonna take a second here with the FDBs. So let's start with the expeditions one. Now these are more in-depth FDBs. Now this is gonna vary from species to species. For example, I am gonna do some stuff here, but you are probably gonna have to do some different stuff. That's because different animals may have different attributes that another animal doesn't have. So like, what I'm gonna do is open every table, because okay, I'm gonna say these are called tables and these are called cells. This is called a line and this is called a column. Now you're gonna have to check every table and see if there is information related to your base animal. So let's say your base animal is Tyrannosaurus. If you see information related to Tyrannosaurus, you want to modify that in order to make it like you want to replace the Tyrannosaurus's ID with your dinosaur ID, its name with your code name, and the folder name with your folder name. Basically, that's what you want to do. And except when I tell you to do something that you must always do. So like, for example, as of now, because of how ACSE is made, ACSE doesn't allow dig sites and like mod dig sites and mod research to appear in challenge mode. So making dig sites is useless. Therefore, even if there are dig sites for baryonyx here, I'm not gonna change them. I'm gonna delete them because there's no point. I mean, except maybe playing a custom challenge in sandbox, you can't really access these dig sites. So it's kind of pointless. Also because who the hell plays challenge in sandbox? Like, are you stupid? No offense. Anyway, yeah, no offense, lol. So when I tell you to delete everything, okay? So amber mine fossils, Control A, Now click this button. This button deletes the information, and then commit. Dig site fossils, Control A, no, click, Control A, delete, commit. Dig site fossil biosyn. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. It's very likely that you're gonna encounter an annoying error, which is called foreign key constraint. It's just annoying. But basically, the game wants you to do things in order here in the tables, but who freaking cares about order? So what you can do is click Tools, open SQL Editor, and then here you can type pragma space foreign underscore keys equals off, and then dot and comma, and hit this button. Now you won't encounter that annoying error anymore. So that's a quick fix. Now Control A, delete, commit. Control A, delete, commit. Control A, delete, commit. Control A, delete, commit. Dig teams. Control A, delete, commit. DLC packs. This you can. Oh wait, never mind. Control A, delete, commit. Extraction costs. Control A, delete, commit. Fossils. Here, even though we don't want dig sites, we can still make the fossils thingy, although it has no use really, so why would you, now that I think about it? Yeah, now that I think about it, it's kinda useless. Whoa, 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 Ario, stop. You're wrong. This is Ario from the future. In fact, you do need the fossils information here. You do need it. If you don't have it, your mod will not work correctly in the future. Therefore, you do need to have it here. So be careful. Otherwise, your mod will not work correctly. I don't know why I said you don't need it. Brain fart of mine, I guess, but you do need it, in fact. Can I? Okay. Yeah. Fossils biosyn, Control A, delete, commit. Genomes. Here you don't want to delete everything. So you're gonna look for your base animal. Like I suggest, by the way, clicking these names up here will just put in order the various names. So for example, if I want to put these IDs in order, I just click here. Or if I want to put the names in order, in alphabetical order, I just click here. From the various two directions. Now I want to know the ID of baryonyx. I can see here the ID of baryonyx is 101. This is important because you want to know what to change. So 101. I'm gonna try to memorize this. 101. Just gonna look around. Okay. Oh, by the way, Prestigasaurus is not a leak. It's a test animal by Frontier. Now, baryonyx. So we select from Atemorosaurus and up, and we click delete. Under baryonyx, we go till the end, and click delete, and then commit. Now, genome ID, instead of baryonyx, we're gonna replace it with our nice code name here. The species ID, we put our nice 7851. There we go. Then genus, we're gonna change this to our species code name. Okay. Now, family Spinosauridae, I think I can keep that. Now, let me Google real quickly from what time is Irritator. So, Irritator Challengeri. Irritator was from, this is the Italian Wikipedia, by the way, Early Cretaceous. Okay. Early Cretaceous already. Well, thank you, game. Diet fish. Now, I need some information about the animal. Basically, the numbers you're gonna put here are gonna appear in the InGen database. Basically, you see the InGen database. In fact, you see IDB means InGen database. You have the InGen database, right? You have the animal name, then genus. This is gonna be a custom file. We're gonna write irritator. Then family, and it's gonna use this one here. If I change this to, I don't know, like Stegosauridae, it will display Stegosauridae, but it's Spinosauridae, so it will display Spinosauridae. Era, it's gonna say early Cretaceous, diet fish. Length, it's gonna say the number that we put here. So, we're gonna Google really quickly. Irritator Challengeri length. It was 6 to 8, so let's say 7. So length, let's say 7 meters. Okay. Weight, let's see. Estimated weight, if I could write. A ton, well, that's cool. So weight, oh, weight tons. Oh, you can actually, okay. So 1 ton. Height, let's see, 3 meters. Okay, so let's change this. So 317 base game. That Elicutaceous, Spinosauridae, Irritator. Tech tree, reward ID is null, species ID, and species name. Okay, very good. We're gonna commit this information and move on. Size clarifications. You can leave this as it is. Tasks. Theory, you don't need this. Yeah, you don't need this, so you can just go Control A minus commit. Weight and quantities. Delete this shit. Delete all this stuff. It's not necessary. And there we go. We've done this FDB here. You thought this was long to do? Ha ha ha. Just you wait. This is gonna be painful. And now, I gotta say, first of all, let's check I was recording, because if I wasn't, I'd kill myself. Okay, no, thankfully it's recording. Water checkpoint. Be sure to stay hydrated. Drink. And also some coffee checkpoint, because I have some coffee ready. Okay, okay. Okay. Ready. Animation set. Here. Delete everything. Foreign key constraint. Foreign key constraint. See? Because we changed the FDB, so we have to write it again. So tools, open SQL editor, pragma, foreign keys equals off. Okay. Click this button, and animation set, and now we can commit. Characteristics. Delete everything. Combat group reactions. Delete everything. Combat groups. Delete everything. Combat comfort bracket. Delete everything. Cosmetic colors. Delete everything. Cosmetic pattern defaults. Delete everything. Cosmetic set defaults. Delete everything. Cosmetic unlock bundles. Delete everything. Cosmetic variant defaults. Delete everything. Cross-species social. This is Indominus Rex interacting with the Velociraptor. You can remove it. Disease immunities. Now, I don't think Baryonyx already has one by himself, but we can just create one. Yeah, he doesn't have one. We're gonna create one. For example, disease immunities. Since it's a carnivore, it's probably gonna be immune to the bracken poisoning. So let's pick a random one. Let's place our dinosaur ID. So here we're gonna place it, then we're gonna select all the others on the upside and all the others from the downside. Tag, tag. There we go. Our species is immune to bracken poisoning. So accessibilities, since it's a carnivore, I would say it's only logical. Why are there so little of them? I'm actually confused. Well, that's weird. Either way, we will make it I can't speak. We're gonna make it vulnerable to rabies. That's what I want to say. We're gonna make it vulnerable to rabies. So let's see, disease types. Where's rabies? Rabies escalation. Rabies. Let's go. I've never been so excited to say rabies in my entire life. So DAT rabies. Let's also recopy the ID for when I need it again. So our irritator is susceptible, is vulnerable to rabies. Now the disease types I just used, you can delete everything. DLC packs, delete. Dynamic fight, delete. Fight behavior, delete this. Food type, you can keep this. Game unlocks, delete this. Hunt attack, okay. Now, delete this, never mind. Delete this. Hunt attack, chase prey. Now, I see that basically here you're gonna have to decide, does my species appear here? For example, my species now is 101, baryonyx. It does not appear here. Therefore, I can I can not include it, if you know what I mean. I can just ignore it. Let's check one more time though, because I just want to make sure that it's actually 101. Baryonyx, yeah, 101. Yeah, baryonyx 101. So let's go back to chase prey. We can see that it's not here. Therefore, we're gonna delete everything because our species does not appear here. Now, hunt attack human. We're gonna click this button so they are in order. This time, baryonyx does appear. So this time we're gonna change 101 to 7851, and I'm gonna remove the other lines. There we go. Looks good. Now, jump attack predator. I'm pretty sure that baryonyx is not a pack hunter, Lamau, so we can just remove everything. If you're making a new species based off of Velociraptor, for example, you're gonna want to keep this information. So basically, when I say it's situational, it's situational. For example, jump attack prey. These are the herbivores, pretty sure. Oh no, wait! It's all the animals that can be pack hunted, and baryonyx can in fact be pack hunted. So we're gonna wanna keep this information. So delete everything else except for our 101, which we just replaced with 7851, basically. Paleo dino groups, you can keep this. Paleo invalid preferences, remove this. Paleo plant types, remove this. Paleo preferences, hold on, hold on, okay. This button, by the way, is cancel. Oh wait, yeah, this is the herbivores. I'm stupid. Of course, there's no baryonyx. Basically, this table here defines the paleo preferences of the various herbivores, which plants they like more. Paleo preference type in I can remove all of this. Physiological resource depletion times, remove it. Physiological resource priorities, remove it. Security, remove this. Security group, remove this. Simulation. Okay. Here we're gonna look for our boy. So 101 here, baryonyx. Let's paste our ID there, and let's delete everything else. Basically, this is the philosophy of this process. You see your target ID, replace it, and delete everything else. Basically, that's it. But it's pretty tedious and it takes some time. Social group, delete. Social type enum, delete. Species. Audio from the future here. Re-recording this section in the middle of the night because I really don't like how I explained it in the original version, so I will be re-explaining it right now. So the species table in the dinosaurs FDB. What you will do is find your base animal, which is the animal you're basing your mod on, in my case baryonyx. You will replace the species ID with your own and the name with your code name, so in my case irritator. And now comes the difficult part. So here there are two cases. In case you are basing your animal on a species such as, I don't know, Mosasaurus, Liopleurodon, Elasmosaurus, Atemborosaurus, Tylosaurus, Giangiusaurus, Megalosaurus, or like 90% of the animals in the game, you will see that it's the same name in these two cells. You can see that the prefab cell has the same name as the name cell. In this case here, you want to type in this cell the species code name again. So let's say we are basing our species on Megalosaurus, and let's pretend our species code name is Medallosaurus. We will want to type this again inside here, very simply, and that's it done. While if we have a species such as baryonyx, which is, as you see, baryonyx JWE instead of just baryonyx, or Carnotaurus, which here has Carnotaurus JWE, so it's different. What you will do in this case is open your prefab data file, prefabdata.lua, and scroll down till you see the small prefab, as we called it in the past. You will copy what you have written here, so you will copy this and paste it here. So you have two cases. The case in which your base animal has the same thing written in these two cells, and in this case you just typed your species code name 2 times, or the case in which your base animal has two different things. In this case you type your species code name in the first one, and you type the name of your short prefab in the second one. That's it, simple as that. Now that we have done this, we can delete all the unnecessary info in this FTB. Commit, and there we go. So we have the species ID, species code name, the thing that varies in the two cases I just explained. This should be base game, and looks good to me. Oh yeah, this must be base game, by the way. Be careful, this must be base game. So yeah, looks good enough to me. Species animation. Okay, let's look for our boy. It's here. Oh wait, I forgot to copy again our ID. Okay, we're gonna copy him. Now actually FOV, no big deal. Okay, no biggie, no biggie. We're gonna remove everything else. Here we're gonna remove everything else. Okay, looks good. Species cohabitation. 100, 100, 101, 102, 101. Okay, this is all the 101s. You can also select multiple cells. Control V will change them all. Now let's go up here. Okay, remove. There we go. Now basically, the species cohabitation thingy, how does it work? Basically, it's whether an animal. Well, I'm gonna explain it later. I'm gonna explain that. First, let's change the stuff. Then I'm gonna check if I've done everything right, and I'm gonna explain you how everything works. Hold on. Let's do things in order, because now I need to focus. So let's go here. Oops. Okay. There we go. Let's check if it's still recording. Okay, yeah. It's affirmative. There we go. Species comfort. I'm just worried I might run out of disk space now that I think about it. Shit. Let me check how much space I have in my PC. Ooh, 12 gigabytes more. Ah, that's not good. Yeah, I must hurry with this tutorial. So comfort, I'm gonna kind of speed run now. Okay. Also because at this point I think you got what you need to do at this point, so yeah. So check every single table and check, does my animal appear here? Yes equals change it and delete everything else. No equals delete everything. Keep that in mind. Now I really gotta be quick. Now you see here there's baryonyx, which means you're gonna have to change it to irritator, your species code name. Okay. Cosmetic patterns. One hundred and one. Wait, I mean Control V. Okay. Let's check. Okay. Wait, what? Oops. So let's, okay, 100, 102, okay. Let's change it now, 100. Okay. Oh, by the way, you can't undo. So if you fuck up, you gotta re-download the kit and get this file back. Also, what the hell did just happen, man? Okay. Change this to basically this says that basically this table defines the various cosmetics for the patterns in this case. This is where you unlock them. This is saying you unlock them in this challenge. I say no, I don't, and they change it to null. Right click, set null values, and save. Easy as that. Cosmetic sets. So 101. Okay. Ooh, I see. So these three are Camp Cretaceous stuff, so you can remove them if you're doing baryonyx at least, so you can delete that. Here, this one must be changed to either your species code name JWE or your species code name _01. Depends on which one you used in the prefabs. Be careful, it must be the same as the name in the prefabs. It must be the same. Also here it must be changed as well. That's good. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Cosmetic variants. No, wait, Lamau. Forgot to copy this again. Okay. Ooh, these three are Camp Cretaceous stuff. I don't want them. You can go bye-bye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this should be this way. I think at least. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Species incubation. Now. Let's change this. Also, you want to change this one. So 7851, and also here. Oh god. This is one of the annoying ones. Okay, hold on. We gotta. Wait, did I miss this? Am I stupid? Ah, no, okay, it's right. But then, where did it? I feel stupid. Well, I don't know. Let's get back there. Where is you? Okay. No. Uh, where was it? Here. Why are you not? What the fuck is this? In the tasks. Okay, I see. So, we gotta fast forward a second into here, the tasks table. We're gonna fast forward here. Then we're gonna come back. Don't worry. We're gonna fast forward here 1 second. So we're gonna change this 101 with wait. I just copied it by accident. Oh wow. I'm really freaking tired. So select everything else, delete. Now be careful here. Select the number under your animal. Then go all the way down, but be careful because we actually gonna make 2 IDs this time. So we are gonna select till 1101 because 101 is baryonyx. Therefore, I'm gonna save 1101. Let's say that, for example, it's not like this. No, wait. I know that Werosaurus has the ID 333. So, if I were to change Werosaurus, I would keep 333 on top of there. Well, here I'd be stopping at 333, 1333, because I wanna keep it as well. So be careful here what you do. So we're gonna remove these, but then I'm gonna remove all the other ones here. But I kept the original 101, and here we are gonna replace this with our ID. Of course, I pasted it 2 times with our ID, and then a 0. So our ID and then a 0. Just don't ask questions. Do it like this. It's simpler for both of us. So ID and then a 0. ID and then ID plus a 0, basically. Now we're gonna go back there, which was incubation, I think. Let me check. Where was it? Incubation. Here, species incubation, and we're gonna change it again to this one. Now it's saving, because otherwise, if we didn't jump skip to tasks, change it, and then come back, it wouldn't have let us change it. It just wouldn't have let us. Now it lets us. Now, species injury treatment. Where is 101? Here you are. I need to do all this. Oh, come on. As fast as possible. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pause the registration here and change the archiviation place, because I gotta make sure that I can finish this tutorial before I run out of space. Lol. So I'll be right back, basically. Okay, we're good. Perfect. We are good. Okay, back to where we were. So species injury treatment. There we go. Species live bait. This is the goat and the fish. So delete those. Species needs. Now we're gonna be careful. 101. There it is. Delete everything else. No, what the hell? Hey, mouse, cooperate, please, mouse. Thank you. Just my mouse behaving weird. Now, species new bonus. I have no idea what this is because I haven't played the game seriously in a long time. So I have no idea if this was added in the Dominion update. I have no freaking idea. I'm just gonna implement it because you never know. Okay. Species paleo preferences. Now, this is basically. Okay, I'm gonna start explaining what I can't speak. What each table does. So basically, paleo preferences is the like how much forest, how much ground leaf, how much rock, how much water they want in their enclosures. The dinosaurs, basically. Species are in danger. Ranger danger is their aggressivity and damage that they deal to the various rangers. It's pretty cool. Species stats, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Species territory, this sets up the territory of the animals. Again, pretty self-explanatory names if you ask me. There we go. Species territory group, you can delete this. Species traits, this is the genetic stuff, like the various probabilities of different genes. As of now, by the way, I'm not doing any balancement because that's Mecha's job, as I said at the beginning. I just make the new species. My only interest is that it works, if you know what I mean. Wait, what? No, that's not what I want. Okay. Species wild capture. 101. Change this. This is basically when you find random dinosaurs in challenge mode. Stamina drain per second, how fast their stamina drops when they run. Here. Yeah, it's a pretty tiring process if it wasn't clear. Okay. Tasks, we already done this. Territory group, delete this. Territory parameter sets, delete this. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Trait conflicts, delete this. Trait effects, delete this. Trait effect types, delete this. Trait, delete this. UI data, delete this. Wrangling, it's being able to wrangle your animal. Now we're gonna check if we did everything right. So from the start, we check every single page. So okay, yes. Okay. So simulation basically regards to the physics sides of the animal. Don't change any of this ever. It's gonna mess up with the game. Species defines the animal itself. So 880801, basic stuff about the animal. Species animation, which animations it uses. Species cohabitation is the animals it's compatible with. These ones are entire classes of animals. Basically carnivore, medium, carnivore, small. These two are two animals in the specific. 1 equals it's compatible, or it likes them. 0 equals it doesn't like them. Species combat, various statistics. Species comfort, comfort statistics. Cosmetic default sets, don't change these. I mean, you could if you know what you're doing, but if you're watching this tutorial, it probably means that you wouldn't know what you're doing. So please don't, just in case. Just in case. Wait a second. Package name. All right. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay. Looks okay. Cosmetic variants. Incubation. Incubation with both these. Enjoy treatment. Needs. New bonus. Preferences. Range or danger. Stats. Territory. Territory group. Species traits. Okay, it appears we did everything right. So, finally, main is done. Holy cow. So copy this path. I told you it was gonna be a lengthy process. Now, joystick evolution to appear, very important. File, new, paste path, select folder. See, it's everything as it should be. File, save as, main. Yes, change it. Okay. Now we're gonna close it, and we're gonna actually check if it has the information as we want it. So let's open init. Let's open main. Let's go here. Let's try to extract one of the FTBs. Let's go to species, for example. Very good. Very good. So that works as intended. So we did manifest main and init. Now, okay, I might be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I also realized that I made a huge L, and that I forgot something in the init. I forgot that since baryonyx is weird and unlike other animals uses 2 dinosaur OVLs, we need a file that I haven't included in this pack, and I haven't included it because very few species need it. So we're gonna have to go get it for ourselves. So we're gonna go into OVL data with the method I taught you before. We're gonna go into content 0, copy this path. We're gonna open Cobra Tools. Why did I open the README? Okay, just hold on, I have some extra stuff. Okay, we're gonna open that thingy. I'm gonna open init. Content 0's init. I'm gonna type baryonyx, and we have this file which I forgot about because I'm not smart. Okay, here it is. So we can close this. Now we can go inside. We can close this. We can go inside our init here and drop this inside of here. Now we are going to rename it irritator underscore or 01 because that's what we called it inside the prefab, inside the inside the prefabs. Be careful, it must be the same name. Keep that always in mind. So irritator01. Now let's check it inside. We can see content 0. Oh, did I forget this as well? No, okay, I didn't. Very good. Okay, I didn't. I'm smarter than I expected, which is incredible. So we're gonna open this now here. No. Oval data as 5 irritator dinosaurs, irritator underscore 01 and underscore 01. Okay. So irritator underscore 01 underscore 01. Very good. Just checking, you never know. Okay. So now copy this path, Control C. We're basically remaking, we're basically remaking our init. God dang it, I'm tired. I'm dying. Okay. Okay, perfect. Save as. Okay, init 1930. Very nice. Okay, now we can either work on the UI, the localized, or the dinosaurs, but I suggest working on the UI just because it's the order I usually do. So yeah, we're gonna replace the Your New Species Mod section here with our folder name. Then we're going to close the OVL tool. Now I don't remember if I already told you because I'm recording this tutorial in different sessions. But when you create a new OVL from loose files, you need to close and reopen the tool because otherwise it starts behaving weirdly. I don't know how to describe it. And I'm gonna notify the developers of the Cobra tool about this, so maybe it can be fixed. Either way, I can notice here that I've made 2 mistakes inside this file. Now, they are gonna be fixed, so basically the version you download is not gonna have them. But basically, first off, this file here is useless. These are the icons of your mod. The large one is the engine database icon, the small one is the hatchery icon, and this one is the species viewer button icon, basically. The silhouette one is in the context of dig sites, and we haven't added any dig sites, so it's useless and you can remove it. The other error I've made, and that you will not have, is I've put Your New Species Mod here instead of species code name. Basically, we need to here you need to put your species code name. For example, for me it's irritator, for you it's something else. You're gonna be wanting to put this one here. So my bad. We're gonna save this. By the way, inside here there are the icons of our concavenator as a placeholder, just letting you know. Now, we are going to work on the localized. So we're gonna open the localized, we're gonna go in English, then we're gonna go here, create a new folder, I'm gonna call it lock. Now, we are going to rename all of these from new species mod to our, from species code name to our own species code name. Let's go. We're gonna hit edit, rename, or Control R, same thing. We're gonna check that everything is renamed properly. Looks like it. Yeah, looks like it. Then we can save it and refresh it. With refresh, I mean opening another OVL and then reopening this one. So we're gonna go here, open init. I'm gonna go back there. There we go. We can Control A, selecting them all, and drag and dropping them in our folder. And now we're gonna be closing our tools. Now we will open these all in our Notepad++. No. We are going to now inside here. These are text files. They are basically the localized files are the texts that are inside the game. So basically the name of the animal in the hatchery, the descriptions, the engine database facts, and stuff like that. So it's purely cosmetic, and you can even call your animal Bob inside here. It would still work, so there's no problem. Okay, just use the normal irritator. No problema. Control H and replacing all open documents. Nice. Now let's check. So you are good to go. I can close you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are pleased to welcome an irritator to the park. We can save and close. Same thing, save and close. We have an irritator, save and close. This answer known as an irritator. Okay, these are the facts. You're gonna be wanting to delete this and write your own, basically. Just Google on Wikipedia your own dinosaur and write some facts about it, basically. That's pretty much it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can clearly see that irritator is not like a Carodontosaur. So yeah, this will need to be changed in the future. Irritator, okay. Irritator, okay. Okay, this is the acronym. Like when you tap on an animal that you have in your park, there's the acronym and then the number of the animal because of how many you've made. Now, irritator, E-I-R-T, irritator. Sounds good enough. Irritator genome, okay. Irritator, okay. 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 Okay, this is the pronunciation information. Like when you go in the species viewer, there is the name of the animal, and under there, there's the pronunciation. Okay. So, irritator. Irritator. Good enough. I'd say good enough. I highly doubt anyone is gonna look at it, so I guess I'll look at this text inside the game. So yeah. Modded species. This one must stay as it is. And okay, perfect. So we can close everything. Close this as well. We're gonna open a new instance of our OVL tools. Someone is writing to me on Discord. That's nice. Irritator lock. We're gonna. Oh wait, I was opening it on the lol. My bad. So we're gonna select Jurassic Revolution 2 up here. File, new. Lock. Select folder. File. Save as. We're gonna overwrite this one, the United Kingdom one. So we can go back here, localized, English, United Kingdom. We are gonna copy this. We're gonna paste it everywhere. I don't know why, but I'm misclicking 40% of my clicks. I don't know what's happening. It's true that it's a little bit cold here, so I also a little bit yeah, I'm a little bit wiggling because it's cold, so I'm missing some clicks. There we go. God damn, I really hate it when I'm trying to say something but I can't remember quite the word I need, and there are these awkward silences. Okay, localize this done. Now, talking about brakes, I'm gonna stretch my legs a second before we do the dinosaurs here, because I have a lot of stuff to say there. So I'll be right back. Okay, now we are finally gonna be working on the dinosaurs folder. Now I will have to divide the tutorial into two here now, because I'm gonna first show you how to tackle this folder if you are working on an animal that has only one species folder. For example, Acrocanthosaurus, Albertosaurus, Allosaurus, Compsognathus, Chankingosaurus, they all have like one folder, while some animals, like for example Ankylosaurus, Baryonyx, Brachiosaurus, Carnotaurus, Dreadnoughtus, they have more than one folder. So I'm gonna show you first how to work with one that has only one, and second, how to work with the one that has multiple. So we're gonna be deleting everything except what we need. So we're gonna be deleting all of these. I'm gonna be deleting Baryonyx Camp Cretaceous as well, because we don't need it, or at least I don't need it here. We're gonna be keeping Ceratosaurus because it's my favorite dinosaur, and I want to show you the one folder procedure with that animal. We will delete everything else. It's gonna take a second because there are so many files inside here. Basically, the kit weighs 720 megabytes if I remember correctly, and it's all these files here. It's all dinosaurs folders basically, which is funny. Well, I mean, we have 123 species in this game, or 22. I think it's 123, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a lot, plus the various cosmetics. So we're gonna Control C this and paste it in our little text file. Now we need to change it to something silly. I mean silly, something else. So let's change it to like Betasaurus. Sounds good enough, I guess. Instead of Ceratosaurus, it's Betasaurus. Betatosaurus, lol, Betatosaurus. Okay, so now what we need to do is copy this codename and rename all of these files. Okay, let's check. Okay, it's perfect. Now we will reopen the tools. It's gonna take a second. Okay. Inside here we need to change Ceratosaurus into our species name. So let's copy it here and here. Just be careful about the capital letters, because you can see here it's all lowercase and here we have an uppercase. So let's fix this really quickly, if I could click properly. Okay. Now Control R and it's renamed. Now we're gonna save as dinosaurs, Betatosaurus, save, yes. Wait a second, okay. Now we're gonna reload. Let's and also go. Then what we are going to do here, you need to listen to me very carefully. What you need to do now is click here on compression and change it to none. Once you've done this, save again the OVL, overwrite again. Now you have to open this file up here, the betatosaurus.ovl or whatever it's for you, with the hex editor I made you download at the beginning, and we're gonna open it. Don't be scared about all you see here. Just follow my steps and you'll be successful. Just follow my steps. So search and replace. We are gonna change. Yes, you can see here Baryonyx and Imitator, because these are tests of mine that I've done in between the clips. I don't know what's happening outside my home, but okay. Now we want to paste here the uppercase version, the capitalized version. I should say, probably capitalized. Sorry, I'm not a native English speaker. Capitalized version of Ceratosaurus and Betatosaurus. What you need to do now is click on Begin here, Begin, and click on OK. This will have changed this string here, item name equals, it must be changed. Then, what we will do is again search and replace. Now, add an @ sign at the end of both, and click on cursor. It's extremely important you click on cursor. Scope from cursor. Then you will click replace all. After this is done, you can see that it has renamed the animations. When you see an @ sign in front of the name of an animal and then some random action, it's an animation. Now you will search replace one last time, but we want to remove the @ sign, and be careful, it must stay on cursor, don't change it. Cursor, cursor, cursor. Replace all. Now we can check really quickly with a search find Ceratosaurus uppercase, and you can no, wait. Oh yeah, because I was searching from cursor, I must click on begin, lol. Because basically, scope from cursor says from your blue thingy here and down, well, from begin means from the beginning, and clearly there are no other Ceratosauruses under here. So yeah, lol. So begin, and we're gonna search, and you can see that we still have Ceratosaurus on the sounds, not on the animations, but on the sounds. It's very important that you have Ceratosaurus on the sounds, because otherwise your animal is going to be mute. For example, if all you did was search and replace from begin Ceratosaurus with Betatosaurus, you'd have a silent animal, and you don't want that. So follow the procedure I showed you, and all your animals will work, and at the same time have roars. So we are going to save this with this button here, and we're going to close it. Then you will want to refresh your OVL. No, wait, wrong one, here. Okay. And you will want to change compression from none back to zlib. None to zlib. Once this is done, you can save one last time. So if you were working on an animal that has only one dinosaur folder, then now you'd be done. You'd be able to start up your game. While if you have an animal that has more than one folder, follow my lead right now. So delete this guy because we don't need it anymore right now. It's not the case for me. If you were working on a Ceratosaurus new species, well, of course you'd need it, but now we in the specific don't need it. We're gonna rename this Baryonyx with our code name. Thank you, Windows, for cooperating. Open it and rename all the contents as well. There we and also go. Oh, you may be asking, but Ario, why are you modifying the base game Baryonyx, and why are you not using the irritator files Leviathan gave you? Well, for the simple reason that I need to check if in-game the patterns work, and as of now, our LA Studios irritator port still doesn't have a pattern because it's work in progress. Therefore, I'd have no way to test if the patterns work. So I'm using the base game baryonyx as of now. I'm gonna change it to our model later on. I don't know if I'll show you in the. Well, I guess I can show you at the end of the tutorial. Why not? I guess I can show you. So, what we're going to do now is open this. Okay, now we will do exactly as we did with the other guy, with this Ceratosaurus. So here, be careful about the capitalized letter. Change it to our code name, Control C, Control V, Control R. There we go. File, save as. No, wait, lol. Here, yes. Very nice. Now we reload the OVL. There we go. Now we're going to change this to compression type none and save it again. Okay, sorry guys, I got interrupted a second again. And so as I was saying, you refresh the OVL, you change the compression from zlib to none, and you save the OVL again. So you're gonna open it, and this is why you saw baryonyx and irritator in my recent thingies. It's because I was testing since this is the first time I'm tackling with multiple folders animals. I actually had to test before recording the dinosaur section, and so I can tell you exactly what to do. So for this first file, the irritator.ovl, you will basically treat it pretty much the same as we did for the Betatosaurus. So you're gonna go from beginning, baryonyx replace with irritator, capitalized version, beginning, only click on OK, which means replace once. So OK, it has changed the item name. Then search and replace, you're gonna add an @ sign at the end, and you'll go from cursor and replace all. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are no more instances of baryonyx in this file, because I already checked. I'm pretty sure there are no others. So let's go here, search, find from cursor, yeah, baryonyx. Okay, yes, thing not found. So we're gonna close this, and we are going to refresh the OVL once more. So init and dinosaurs, irritator, open. We'll wait half a second. There we go. So file, no wait, change the compression from none to zlib, from none to zlib. File, save as. I'm gonna save it. There we go. Now we can do dinosaurs and this other one. We are going to rename it as baryonyx 01, because if you remember correctly, inside our prefabs there was another small prefab. That small prefab, because if we go back to the prefabs, I'm gonna show you really quickly. Prefab data. There is a big one, and then there is a small one, and then the dino footprints and others if they are present in the animal. So the small one is present in all animals, and 99% of the time it's the same name _01. Now baryonyx is a special species in the sense that not only it has a small prefab that, by the way, has a different name, and I changed that just because of OCD, but also they have a second dinosaur OVL folder that I just showed you, and that folder must have the same name of the small prefab. It's confusing, it's stupid, I know, it's stupid, genuinely stupid. Frontier does some really stupid decisions sometimes. And so yeah, basically this folder here, this one here, must have the same name of this prefab. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna close it. And I also forgot to change it to irritator because I am unsmart. If I could type. There was a minus here because for OBS I'm using plus and minus as shortcuts to basically stop and start the recording. And I stopped before, and since I had this selected, it changed it with a minus. Well, lol. Okay, this is getting extremely annoying. I hope this is the last time they interrupt me. I really hope so. So, I notice here I only changed the JWE path, but we have to also change baryonyx, of course. So let's fix that. There we go. We're gonna rename also the contents to irritator01 and irritator_01. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna open this in our tools. Okay, now before you rename baryonyx to irritator or the code name that's here with your own code name, be careful because these two files have an extra bit there. They have JWE, and I don't want JWE, I want _01. At least me personally, it depends on what you did in your prefabs. So since in my prefabs I wrote irritator_01, I'm gonna have to change it to that. So baryonyx, I'm gonna change the uppercase B to a lowercase b, and JWE, we're gonna change it to irritator with the _I _01. I mean under case, not under underscore. The _I, no, the lowercase I and the lowercase b. I don't know, I'm stupid. Lowercase b and lowercase I. So Control R. Did I type this bad? No, wait, because it's JWE in lowercase. Okay, my bad. Control R, and now it worked. Irritator01. Now we're gonna delete the _01 and the JWE bits, and we're gonna rename again. We can see that it's all alright. Okay, perfect. We're gonna save this. And we are going to reload this. Perfect. Yes, okay, perfect. Now we're gonna change the compression from none to, from zlib to none. So change the compression to none. File save as. Oh no, I can't articulate a sentence now. We're gonna open this in the editor, and here in this file here you can just search and replace completely from beginning and replace all. Like you can not bother, if I remember correctly. Let me check though. Let me check first. But I'm pretty sure you can replace all, and that's it. So I see here, okay. Yeah. You can search and replace all from beginning. Okay. So baryonyx is there. Irritator is here. I'm gonna go replace all from beginning. Replace all. Okay. 37 instances changed. We're gonna save this and close it. We're going to refresh here. There we go. We're gonna change it to zlib, the compression. Save as, and there we go. Saving archives. So now this basically the mod is completed, and I'm gonna check if the files are is everything is alright. I suggest you doing as well. Check if your files are flawless, because this could save you a couple of pointless openings of the game if it's gonna crash. I mean, so check your files, and I'll see you in the game. Oh, by the way, don't forget to install this lol. So I'm gonna plop this into real data. Okay, see you in the game. Okay, so I have done some testing, and I found out an issue that I didn't notice before, and that really none of the people knowing how to make new species as of now noticed. Basically, every single new species has an issue. The issue being, if you check out the animal in the species viewer and then load a save, the game will either crash or not let you release the animal. So this is very important. If you want to check out your creature in the species viewer, you must remember to then restart your game, close it and reopen it, because it's not going to function properly. So yeah, be very careful about this. If you load the game and directly go into a save, nothing happens. You can just release your animal normally, you can play your game normally, nothing weird happens. The problem only occurs if you check out the animal in the species viewer first. Keep this in mind. So, I'm gonna show you that first of all, the animal is read by the game, because before installing it I was at 125, because I have also made the Lambeosaurus and Concavenator and Miragaia. Here it is, Irritator. You can see that the icons load, and also the engine database engine database information loads. For example, the height, the weight, the length, the period, the family, the genus, and the information which is placeholder. Then I am going to show you the species viewer last, because as I told you, if I check it out now I won't be able to show you here in the saves, or at least I would be able to, but I'd have to restart the game. So let's create a new sandbox in Arizona, because it's my favorite map. Now, you remember, right, that at the start of the tutorial I told you that I'd be linking in the description the ACSE debug and the custom commands folders. Well, I told you to install them because they are very useful for troubleshooting. Because let's say your animal doesn't release from the hatchery, or it crashes your game, or you have no idea of what is wrong with your mod. This can help you. First of all, you gotta learn what your key binding is for the commands section of ACSE debug. Basically, ACSE debug lets you input commands into the game. You can see the key bind into the mouse and keyboard section. It's up here. Can you? Thank you. Toggle console. By default, it's tab, but I have changed it just because, I don't know, because I like this button more. So you can go here and tap the key. Now, I'm gonna show you two commands that are very useful. First of all, RCP. This means rebuild custom prefabs. Basically, it's gonna tell you if your prefabs work or if there's something wrong with them. Now, if it tells you error, this prefab couldn't be built or something like that, it means that that prefab has something wrong about it and you have to fix it. If it doesn't tell anything, like in this case, it doesn't say anything, it only says rebuilding custom prefabs and then completed, it means that everything is working, which is nice. Another command you can use is spawn dinosaur cosmetics. This will spawn an animal where your cursor is, so let's place the cursor here. Now you need to type in the ID of your animal, so in our case 7851, then as a variation, a base skin and a pattern, and then the skin can be from 1 to 12 and the pattern from 1 to 8. Now you can hit enter, and there it is. Our little boy has spawned. Yeah. Now we will check out if it releases from the hatchery. So let's place one with just a little bit of lag, because of course. Now we will release it both ways, both from the hatchery normally and via airlift. Okay, the animation works. Very nice, that's very nice. Thank you, Discord, for interrupting me. Now we can select everything again. Release via airlift. Hold on, I'm gonna change Discord to streamer mode so it doesn't, so you don't hear the notification every 12 seconds. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Streamer mode is enabled. Now let's check this out. Everything is working as intended. Very nice. Now let's check out some animations. So let's make some guests enter our park. Well, took long enough. Now I have to change some sandbox settings. For example, I have to change if I could find the option. Okay, dinosaurs don't starve is already off, very nice. And now the dinosaur combat frequency, where is you? Here, none, normal. There you go. Now let's use the move tool to move an animal here. No, please, sir, kill someone. Also, let me change the time today. Much better. Oh. Okay, we have something happening. Oh, yes. Amazing. Amazing. Top quality animation. A work of art. Yeah, new species have this little I wouldn't call it an issue, more like this little goofiness to their animations. Basically they are misaligned, or they don't look properly, like they don't work properly, but I mean it's not a big deal. It's just funny. I don't know. This woman has seen things. Anyway, let's check out the species viewer. So exit to main menu. So species viewer, let's go. Now inside here I and you can check very quickly, like booting up the game and then going directly in here, if the skins and patterns work. Very handy for mod making. So we can see that the skins indeed do work, and the patterns as well. Now I will show you. I will demonstrate you that if I try to load the the irritator save I just made, everything is going to go bonkers, meaning the game is gonna crash. So let's load sandbox autosave, and the game will crash. Factually, it's gonna crash any second now. There we go, told ya. So yeah, I will get back to you in a second. I will change the model for irritator, and yeah, I'll catch up to you really soon. Well, here I am with irritator having the proper model. I am pausing the game because these guys just won't stop yelling. And now Baryonyx is like this, one of the noisiest animals in this game. I can also show you that I have changed the icons. You can see that it still misses the pattern, but don't worry, we will add it in the future. You can also see that it's basically the same as we had it in Jurassic World Evolution 1, but it's slightly remodeled, because in Jurassic World Evolution 1 it was based on Herrerasaurus, while here it's based on Baryonyx, as you saw. I have tested its animations, none of them break your game, they are just goofy and funny to look at, and it works pretty flawlessly. It doesn't crash your game, it's not unstable. The only issue is the one I told you in the last section of this tutorial, which is basically every new species, if you check them out in the species viewer before releasing them, the game is either gonna crash or not let you release the animal. But that's above us, we can't really fix that. Maybe the modding tool developers can fix that, maybe, but I don't really know. I will update you on this. It could be fixed, but I have no idea really. Either way, yeah, so that's gonna be it for this tutorial. Be sure to join the LA Studios Discord server and the Open Naja Modding Community Discord server. Both will be linked in the description, so that if you have any issue or whatsoever or questions while creating a new species mod, you can ask us for help there instead of flooding the YouTube comments under this video. So yeah, it's been a very fun journey. It took a while to record this and I am extremely tired. So thank you for watching, guys, and good luck.